Hey, it's Merrill. It's the 4th of July, and my dog is surgically attached to me. Every firework that goes off, she jumps. I'm going to make a video. And I just created some artwork again, which is kind of a change, considering that I've been spending a lot of time like answering requests for the step-by-step videos. But I just want to give you a little perspective, because people have been asking for perspective on my work. A lot of people consider it weird. That's okay. But let me just go through how I got to where I'm at right now. This is an old painting that I did. That's my mommy. Hi, Mom. I think that this is my best oil painting. But the process of painting really got frustrating for me. And I started doing other stuff. So this is 2008 was kind of a big year for me. I really started uploading to my YouTube channel, and I really made changes to the way that I drew. And before I was really oh, look, it's me. Before I was really did a lot of stuff on YouTube, I did a lot of stuff on DeviantArt. Excuse me. And that was a self-portrait from that year. Grandparents, another self-portrait. But painting became an exhausting process, and tried doing drawing. I did a sketchbook, and I just basically did whatever was on my mind, and I tried to do a drawing per day. And it kind of evolved over time. And then, oh, let's see, where is he? Where's the little old man? Let me see if I could find him. Here, let me go back one more. He should be around. Here he is. Then one day, I started with a new style, and I used markers, and I used cutouts, and I combined a scanner with my work, and it was a really exciting evolution for me. And around the same time, I started posting videos for my class. Oh, look, there's me at the time. And, this was like outside of a school that I worked at. And, I started posting these videos for my students in the class, just in case if they would, finish early. I wanted to give them something to do. And, basically I started creating, the step-by-step videos, and that took off. And I had an evolution that was starting with these characters that I made. And I have a whole bunch of them. I probably got something like, 2,000, 3,000 of them, just from 2008, 2009. But when the demand for, the step-by-step videos went up, I stopped creating my own work. So, I'm going to show you something that I did. And I'm gonna take you through it. This is gonna be a long video, but hopefully it'll give you a lot of insight and you'll learn something. So now we fast forward to 2012. I was gonna say 2011. Oh my God, we're more than halfway through the year and I'm still saying 2011. And I started doing these G+ Hangouts, which I really like a lot. And as you can see, we had Sycra there drawing, we had Thad Taylor Art drawing. We had Josh Waddy 16 drawing. It was a really contagious thing. It was something that was a lot of fun to do. And I complain a lot. Even though I love what I do on YouTube, I complain a lot. I'm always like, oh, I don't get a chance to do my work anymore. And remember, I had like 2,000, 3,000, I was prolific. 2,000, 3,000 of these drawings that I did. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is when I do these Hangouts, which I love to do, I'm going to draw in them. Not all of them, but I'm going to draw in a lot of them. And that's what I did. I was thinking about a parent-teacher conference that I had, and where a parent like totally started at me, and I'm drawing the abstract, the memory of the person, and that's what this drawing is about. And as you can see, this happened slowly over the course of a G+ Hangout, and just happened. It didn't even have my full attention, but I started out with pencil, and then I went to markers. And to give you perspective on this, like paint started to drive me crazy, and I think that there's a lot of you out there that that procrastinate, and perhaps the reason that you procrastinate is that you haven't found a medium that really makes sense to you. And once I found markers and colored pencils, it made my life a lot happier. I don't think that my work was at the same technical quality as the oil painting, which the one of my mother, the first one I showed you, that took me about 6 months to do. And part of the 6 months was the procrastination. But it took me a really, really long time to do. But I could get something very, very close with markers and colored pencil. And really, what's the point of being an artist? You know, you don't want to sit around and do like 1 or 2 paintings per year and then just like show it off so that people can say, hey, you're a great artist. No, you want to be creative, and you want to communicate everything that's on your mind to the world. And, you know, whenever I sketch, I try to make it an honest reaction to the day. I don't really go into, you know, deep plans or anything like that. I just have fun with it. So, not like kicking and screaming, but in a way, I've been taken away from my art. And it's really weird because you can't teach art without doing art. Yeah, because it's, I don't know, it's just not right. You can't do that. And I really want to get back to doing my own work. People can think it's weird. People can think it's crazy. That's fine. People can think it's totally OCD, and I'm diagnosed OCD, and you can probably totally tell after this video is over with all of the like layering and all of the adjusting. But I get great joy in that, and you'll see what I mean. Trust me. Started out with a pencil drawing, just regular pencil drawing. Then I went over it with a marker. Then I went over it with colored pencils, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Now is where I really start having fun with the process. I'm pimping my artwork, and you know, I'm looking for pictures that I like, and you know, I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm looking at my artwork, and I'm trying to think. All right, what did this dude look like? You know, from Parent Teachers Night, who was like crazy and like flipped out on me, and you know, I think that my guy looked mellow. The drawing of him looked mellow. So how can I change that? And there's a really great program that's ancient. I use PaintShop Pro 10, which is like 2004, and you know, Psychro was kind enough to actually teach me Photoshop, and I definitely want to, you know, be taught by him again. And I watch all of his videos, and I pick some up there. But I'm in desperate need of beginner instruction for Photoshop, because I know that's the cutting edge right now, and I'm still using the antiquated stuff. But what I like PaintShop Pro for is it enables me to photo collage. And that's a big part of my work. One of my biggest influences is Romer Bearden. I worked in a really cool school in Harlem that I loved. And I literally had Jacob Lawrence's over my desk. You walked out into the hallway, and there was Romer Bearden's, you know, all sorts of like great Harlem Renaissance artists. And the collage was a huge influence to me. And so is painting. So I kind of want my artwork to be somewhere in between collage and painting. And I make all of these characters. And, you know, it's part of an evolution. I think that I'm still figuring out my process, you know, with this. But, you know, as you can see, I'm using Google image search, and I'm taking the images that, you know, that I feel fit. And I really liked how close the cigar was to the nose. I had to, like, put that in there. I just thought that was really cool. So put that in there, and you know, I'm just doing some touch-ups. I intend for this to be more traditional than digital, but I call this process tradigital because it combines both. And it takes a, you know, the digital part takes a lot of like manipulating and so forth. But you're going to see what I do to make it traditional again, because my work finishes. Well, it's not traditional; it's still tradigital, but it's gonna end up on a canvas, and you're gonna see what I do to get it on a canvas after a while. I'm just gonna be honest. I liked the person. The dog, he kind of looked like a bear for a while, and you know, I think that's you know, that's something that I'm gonna have to fix in the future. I'm so excited about doing another one of these Hangouts, and starting another drawing. I kind of like, went fast in this. Don't worry, I think it's quality. Otherwise I wouldn't put it on video. But if there was one thing I could change about it, it would be the dog. Just being honest with you. But you can see these programs. It allows me to move things. It allows me to, to just alter my drawing. And think about that. Think about how much work it would be if I did that with an eraser, or if I did that by putting some white paint over it and then starting over. It would take forever. And I can just, I could make the dog, bigger, the foreshortening. It's so much easier digitally. But I like the look of traditional work. When you look at the surface of a painting, there's something that's just so gorgeous about that. And I wanted to have that because to this point it's not the same if you have it on a computer screen. That's just my opinion. I have somewhat of a confession. I feel guilty about the step-by-step videos because I want to help people. I love to help people, and the comments that you guys leave me, it's awesome and inspiring, and just knowing I'm able to help people. Every teacher dreams of that, and you guys give me the ability to know that I helped people. But my confession is my heart is not entirely in that, and don't worry, I'm not going to stop. What I'm trying to say is I have to make time for my own work. Even though I don't anticipate getting a lot of hits like with this, it's not about the hits. To be an artist, you have to do what's important to you. And, this craziness is important to me. And I eventually am planning on using the thousands of drawings that I did together. And think about this as PNG files, portable network graphics. I could move different characters in and out. I mean, there's some things that I have to work out. I'm not nearly done with this series. For instance, almost every character that I've done is like facing me. Here. This is my kidney, okay? Like, seriously. When I became a YouTube partner, I wanted to celebrate, and I saved up my first few checks, and I invested in this, and my wife thought I was crazy, and she's probably right. But this is something that I've dreamed of for a while. It allows me to recreate the digital work. After I put the digital collage on top of my artwork, on top of my drawing, I can now print it out again, and I can print it on canvas, and I could finish it with paint. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, wow, this dude is going nuts. Okay, he complains about paint, and that's the reason why he switched processes. Well, the reason that I'm finishing like this is there really is no substitute for paint in terms of surface beauty, and I want my artwork to have that surface beauty. So I printed onto a canvas, and for those of you who are interested in this, I got this, the printer, it was $2,500, and I know that sounds like a lot of money, and it took quite a number of the the early partner checks that I got, but I think it's worth every penny. It's been killing me because I have not been using this, and I have to use this. Like, I just have to use this. It's every time that I see it, I get mad because it's like sitting here in my basement being underused. No more. It is going to be used like big time. So I printed this out on canvas, and as you can see, it really did not lose a lot of the quality there. And now I'm going at it as a painting. And I look at this as like creative problem solving. I'm able to collage onto my work and really have the access of the hugest image database of like anywhere in the world. I mean, the internet, you can't, if I was going to go through magazines and like find the right images, like that would take forever. That would take like a huge amount of time. So, I really like the ability to digitally collage instead of traditionally collage. Plus you have the texture issues. I like the surfaces to be somewhat flat and not textured. That's just my taste. Now I want to talk to you about paint, because paint is unmatched. because it can be applied thin or thick, meaning that you can make it transparent, you can see through it, or you can totally cover something over. And there's something called chroma in painting. Chroma is the intensity of the color. Oh, look, that's a perfect example. See my sunburn there? That's high in chroma. Unfortunately, I need some aloe. And the area under the shirt, that's much lower in chroma, and it's so much easier to fix that in paint than it is with colored pencils. So, basically, it gives me the ability to look at the shirt right now. The first thing that I'm doing is I'm adjusting the chroma. I'm leaving some areas dull. I'm leaving some areas grayish, because the gray areas, once I add that straight red color and that straight yellow color, it makes them pop. Look at how the green on the sides and the bluish color on the sides really makes a play with the high chroma colors. It's a combination of high chroma and low chroma. And that's something that you just don't get with with other mediums. I love colored pencil and marker. That's the best way to do something fast, but you don't get the same quality. I can shape the arms. I can add multiple layers to the arms. I didn't want to overkill. I'm using acrylic paint right now. I could even glaze oil paint over this if I really wanted to give it even more depth. But I think that is just my OCD going through the roof. I think that would be truly overkill. But oh man, I was having so much fun drawing this scary dude. And really, the guy kind of stared at me that night. I just basically told him his kid is, I wasn't that blunt, but I complained to him that, look, I cannot reach you. I need your help. Your son is going crazy in my classroom, and I need your help. And he's just like, you're a teacher. And I was I don't know, I was in my mid-20s at the time and quite confrontational, and we kind of, we didn't get into a fist fight or anything like that, but we, it's something that you remember. I gave him my peace of mind, he gave me his, and basically put everything on me. And I was like, no man, you gotta help me. Teachers don't have the same support that they did generations ago, where you could even kick kids out of the classroom. We can't do that anymore. But anywho, that's a whole nother story. I'm really proud of him. Not the actual person, but the painting of him. He didn't entirely look like this, but that's a menacing look, and I'm really happy with the look. The dog, not terrible, but not great by any means. But we can always change that. The beauty of the printer is I can just, I can always do it again. And I'm a big fan of easiness. You guys might have seen my tutorial. It's called the FUTDUP tutorial, FUTDUP. It's a way that you can easily start something over. I like tricks like that. That helps. Trying to salvage the scary dog. At least he's scary. Not the greatest dog. I kind of mixed reference images, and it's almost like cubism, because I have the snout going one way and I have the eyes going another way. I liked the idea that I had to repeat the eyes, man, I'm just killing the poor doggy right now. It looks a little bit like a dog, but well, that might be a stretch. Anyway, I'm gonna put the finishing touches on this, and I wanted them to have the same eyes, because a lot of times when you repeat things in a work of art, it adds emphasis to it. So that's my decision there. But I'm really happy with this, because I'm going back to my process. I'm going back to where I was a few years ago, and I have to make time to do this, because it is important to me. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you for watching. I want to hear your questions for this one, so please ask me questions. If you liked it, forget the dog. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, and yeah, once again, thanks for watching, everybody. Boo!